But hey, now that I'm live, apparently when you have children, they no longer really care if you're doing this kind of stuff podcasts, live streams, all that fun stuff. It's about what they need. So obviously, I said 6 o'clock was my shooting time for this, and it did not work out to be 6 o'clock. Had, let's see, there's one sick kid. One kid had a dentist appointment, and for some reason, the dentist appointment decides to run longer than it should have, but they got in. That's the important thing. And now I got my ass here to do this fun filled YouTube live thingy that is always interesting because we never know who's tuning in, what's tuning in, and what we're talking about. That's the full advantage of it being live. And I'm over here doing about like 5 different things at the same damn time, trying to make sure logged in, stuff is being sent, seen, posted. You know how all that fun shit goes. And dealing with a cat being online. Well, not online, needing my full attention at all times. And like I said, I'm Red Beard the Hippy, doing my live podcast, my live stream thing, and we did some notes about what we are going to talk about. The first thing we are going to bring to the attention is if you are going to fight with your significant other, please refrain from doing that at the high school right before they're getting let out. That by far was one of the greatest things to witness, sitting there taking notes on what I'm going to talk about, all the stuff I'm going to do. And I hear, did you shut off the fucking car? Yeah, I shut off the fucking car. Why didn't you fucking tell me? You could have told me that the engine was fucking off. And I decided to stop doing what I was doing and figured this was way more important to listen to because, well, let's face it, people are fucking strange. Just look in Florida area and all the stories that come out of there. There is a ton of random weird stuff that comes out of Florida in its own right. And they always say to make sure you talk while you're waiting on people, so I'm going to continue to talk and talk, random shit. Oh, there's been all kinds of random stuff in the news everywhere on the planet. Facebook has been utterly a joy seeing all the stuff on there. Oh, let's see. Message, do this thing, make this post. Oh, the joys of. They did not ever explain any of this on social media stuff. It's always. Let's see. Make sure you do all this stuff. You got to do this stuff. Post on these sites, post on these sites. All kinds of fun stuff that they don't quite explain all the time. Pepsi, it'd be nice to get a sponsorship. I drink plenty of your stuff as I'm over here double checking everything and seeing what everything is. And now we just had more people join the fold. So I know which two these most likely are. They've been waiting, messaging me, going, hey, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you online yet? What the hell's going on? Well, thank you for your patience and waiting. And then I suddenly had to make the post that I'm doing all this stuff now. Oh, Lord. Just one Pepsi, far from suicidal, bringing back the memories. Yeah, see, I know some old school song lyrics too. And we've got members of the Stash tuning in, the underground radio station that is now currently covering a shitload of countries, other than Antarctica, which we need penguin rock from. So if you were in the Antarctica area, send us penguin rock. Oh, good Lord, the amount of people that message on these sites. Oh, humdy-dumdy-dum. As I'm scrolling through. Oh, there it is. 527 bands are on the Stash with 46 fucking countries. And that's quite a few countries and bands. And I'm pretty sure they determined they can't figure out half the fucking names in the first place. Like, obviously, Canadian bands, United States, Mexico, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, Paraguay, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Ireland, Scotland, England, Portugal, Spain, France, Germany, Belgium, and the list goes on. I think they might have been in alphabetical order-ish. Nope, because there's Denmark. Yeah, there's no alphabetical order to any of this shit. But yeah, I said that I was going to be on here at 6. It is now, 6:35. Sick kids. Let's see, sick kids and the fun-filled dentist appointment that takes for fucking ever because all it was supposed to be was a cleaning. And obviously, yes, I'm rocking an Edge Over Edge hat, which is a local southeastern Kansas band out of, I think they're somewhere around like bumfuck Egypt or You Sure Do Have a Pretty Mouth area. And then we got the odds against, Coffeyville, Kansas. Yeah, Cherryville. Either way, it is still out in bumfuck Egypt. And the odds against who are playing, or a Wichita band that are playing at the Maidens of Mayhem, I think is the festival thing that they're playing on Saturday. Coffeyville, Cherryville. It's still down in the area where it's, let's see, go down past where the green combine used to be, turn by the old mom and pop shop. If you hit the hay bale on the left side, you went too far. Turn back, turn at the broken tree where the mailbox is beat to shit because some teenager hit it with a fucking baseball bat. So obviously, I know where those areas are, especially when you're not around there. And then you get pulled over and they go, "So, son, you're not from around here." Yeah. Oh, shit. You know what the speed limit is? Yeah, besides the 55 mile an hour sign that I just got stopped in front of. You know how fast you're going? Enough to get your attention. Oh, there's a bowling alley in Cherryville. A bowling alley and Edge Over Edge. That's all you get in Cherryville, Kansas. That's it. It's down in the Chanute area, which has From Ashes. Yes, I can go by regional. Ugh. Obviously, dinner and the Pepsi are going over amazing tonight. We're getting all kinds of tune-ins now. So let's see what else we got on here. I got a whole agenda list. Yeah, and I made a post on Facebook saying that my Facebook page has been monetized for a short period of time where I get a bonus. So I'm trying to grow that. I would love to be able to get some merchandise, and I do have some friends of mine who have a merchandising company called Off Our Rockers Merch and More, which you can find them on Facebook. They've done quite a bit of stuff for the local bands. The owner operator's husband is in like 37 different bands as a playing bass player. Well, I think he's only in Reform and Ruin now, Imagine, and Sin and Scar, and I think there might be like 5 others that he's in. I don't know. I can't keep up with his ass. But if you do need merchandising, then, yep, Adam Gordy. Then head over to Off Our Rockers and Merch and More. I think I'm saying that right. See, I got my little notepad here so I can look all professional and not have a fucking clue what I'm doing. Yeah, Off Our Rockers merch and more. So if your local band needs some merch, hit them up. They will probably be more than glad to help you. If you need to, say I sent you. I don't know if that's gonna fucking do any good, but at least know that they're getting promoted on places. And they are based out of Salina, Kansas. Yes, I have ties to all kinds of different areas because I am all over the fucking map 90% of the time. Hey, sweet, Edge Over Edge is on here. I'll be seeing you guys again in Lawrence on October 21st. I think at the Bottleneck is where you guys are performing at. And that lineup is beyond fucking stacked. I read it off last time. I don't think I'm going to be reading it off this time because it's Edge Over Edge, Dream and Peril, Multifaceted, which I will be seeing for the first time again. That's Matt's birthday. All right, we'll definitely. If you are in the Lawrence, Kansas City area, go ahead and hit up the Lawrence Metal Massacre, something along that lines. It's at the Bottleneck on October 21st. Let's see. I'm pretty sure some people in the areas, because there's a lot of photographers that I know, like Memories by Dottie, who is southeastern Kansas. I'm hearing rumors that she's going to be on there doing some photography stuff. What's up, Bryant? Brian's also from the band Siphon, so if you haven't seen those crazy fuckers, go check them out. They just dropped a video hell out of me, which I have a reaction review video for, an interview, and I've actually recorded their entire set list. So I think I'm going to be dropping the bootleg soon. That's what we might have to do. We might have to throw some bonus tracks on your guys' CD of some live performances for shits and giggles. But I'm pretty sure on October 21st, Memories by Dottie is supposed to be, or might be at the show, which I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to work with her. And then Sarah Mabel Photography is also going to be there from what I'm hearing, which is also southeastern Kansas, which you should definitely go check out. Hey, all right, Official Gravestone. Those guys are fucking awesome. They are a oh, sweet. Yeah, I know some of the guys from Gravestone know a whole shitload of bands from around the Kansas, Nebraska area that have been around forever. And with Lawrence, we need to get Siphon down there. Siphon, you guys need to network with some bands. Get down to Kansas so some of those people can see you finally. Dude, that'd be cool. I know you guys are in like the Omaha area, so they're definitely. I mean, Kansas City's not that far. And then we got like Dusty Boats or Dirty Boats from the Kansas City area who does a lot of photography. That dude's phenomenal. And let's see, those are the photographers in the area that might be hitting it up. Dude, Grin was my first ever concert I went to when I was 16. And then I ended up seeing him with his new band. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank on it all of a sudden. I ended up going and seeing them about a year ago. But yeah, Grin was freaking awesome. Steel Toe. I didn't get to see Steel Toe, but I did party with all those guys a few years later when I got old enough to be allowed to be at the shows. And then Lincoln, Omaha, whatever. Yeah, I know that I'm trying to keep track of all the bands, ramble stuff, and still read at the same time. So I know you guys did the Love Like, or that was when I first saw Siphon, was when they did a show with Love Like War, and oh crap, I'm gonna feel bad because the other band just broke up. Used to be Nursing Home Panty Raid. Was a band some of those guys were in. Hang on, let me get my other damn book. I need a bigger fucking desk. I shall grab my other book, the Book of All. Grin's new band name is Kindred. They're based out of Hayes. Yeah, Terrence Severance. From what I'm hearing, they kind of just recently broke up. They had some internal issues. Kind of sad because those guys freaking hit hard. See? And I got my infamous book of all the band's song titles that I record. So this way I actually know what the hell's going on some of the time when I look back at it later. She'll have to add this over here in my... Well, I keep looking for a new one of those books, so because this one's starting to get full, and the only ones that they have at Walmart right now are the fun-filled floral print ones. So if you see me walking around with a floral print one, mind your own damn business, because they're cheap as shit. They're like $3 and they last forever, and I can carry it in my back pocket. Hey, Siphon, send some of your shit to, well, don't send your shit. Send some of your music over to the stash. There's links in like every damn bio that I have for every band that I record. So, yeah, they can get you guys on the air. I know a couple other ones because I know that KZUM put you guys on for the first one. So, yeah, the biggest thing right now, which is cool, is it's all band members and bands from different areas are all tuning in so we can all network. Because I know last time we were on here, Juicy from Evil Shadows and like the 4 other bands that he's in was multitasking with Mike, and they ended up getting Heartstrings played. Heartstrings 2 played yesterday on the stash. Yeah, Siphon is an energetic little ball of squirrels that, as I tell them, I enjoy seeing them, but they are some of the biggest pain in the asses to photography or the photograph thing because they're always moving. But at the same point in time, I'm going through the ones from Effect Fest finally and are now getting those ones ready to upload. And the funniest one is there's a picture of their bass player who had the ongoing flipping off contest, and his middle finger is right over his eye, so it looks like his eye's all fucked up, which is really cool. But yeah, they put on a hell of a show at FechtFest, and I have yet to see Siphon put on a bad show just in general. I know there was a show with some technical difficulties, but we won't talk about that because until the technical difficulties hit, they were still putting on an amazing show. And Gravestone, I've seen once or twice. Once. I think once. Because that was the night I was running around for the Lincoln Exposed and decided that I'm going to watch these guys. And they put on a hell of a great show. So, also it was at the Keg for the KCU and Benefit show. I need to get up there to see you guys again, but right now I'm dealing with sick kids and kids needing to go places. At some point, they'll be old enough to drive themselves, or I can just kind of be like, okay, you're 18, get out, go away. But that, unfortunately, is never an option when it's with kids, because you don't get to just boot them out. And if you need to message, you can find the stash on Facebook. Yeah, November 6th. Unfortunately, I live in the Grand Island area, so that's a little more difficult. Plus, I do have custody of both my kids, so they stay with me all the time, and I don't get to make a whole lot of weekday shows, and at the same point in time, I don't, because I get them, they stay here every other weekend unless they're not feeling good or they don't want to go to their mom's house. But I always try to advocate so they go spend time with her as well. But at the same point in time, I can't really make plans because I was planning on going to a show this weekend, but that might not actually happen because my youngest daughter's sick, and I don't think I've seen her really move out of her bed other than to the bathroom the entire day. She's got that stupid stomach bug that's going around, so that kind of sucks, but getting a great dame. Ryan Bryant, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And your daughter's adorable as hell because I saw the post about it. But yeah, make sure you send. I'll make another post on Facebook trying to get more bands. I might just have to add that to some of the other groups that I have. Definitely massive multitasking, multi-networking, so we can get bands in different areas. Yeah, I know I've been waiting on the single because I really want to do a reaction or review video for it. Plus, I really like how your guys' sound is, and I like what you guys are doing with Gravestone. And I know for a while there was some turbulence with Molten when a couple of the guys left, but seeing that that's all cool and everybody has nothing but positive things to say is great to see. I like what the guys that left Molten are doing with Gravestone. I think that sounds amazing with what you guys are doing and what Molten is doing now with the style and the members that they have. So I think both bands are great. And I know I've seen Molten like twice in 3 weeks, I think was what it was. Because I saw him at the KZUM one, and then I saw him again at Feck Fest. And I think it's just awesome when, oh, and now my son decided to tune in. As he knows, it's about the only, like, we'll end up probably here soon doing another online video gaming thing because those are always fun. He got me playing Battlefield Earth Annihilation, killed the fucking spider ant bug things, and tried to save me from dying because I was blowing up all the buildings. I was more in tune to do that than to pay attention to what he was doing, and he had some big ass robot that he was running around killing everything with. Earth Defense Force, that's what it is. I knew it was something with bugs, 4 classes, and if you get one jacked up enough, you can literally just sit there and eat Doritos and not have to do a damn thing. See, I do pay attention, especially with some of the goofy ass videos that my teenager brings to me. But yeah, I don't even know where the hell I'm going on this conversation anymore. We went from, but yeah, like the Lincoln area or like the Nebraska area's got some badass bands. I know the Kansas area's got a bunch of badass bands. Hopefully next summer, springtime, I can hit more of the festivals. Kid, I have no idea what you're talking about half the time, so welcome to my world. As the kid can talk shit on his dad online, and I could fire it right back, which it doesn't change one bit from when we're doing stuff like this to when I'm not behind a mic and a camera, still just being a smart ass all the time. And my kids have some really thick skin, so I know that for a fact. Because if I take my hat off again, I'm pretty sure he's going to smart off some comment about whatever divine entity has more hair than me or whatever like he said One Punch Man had more hair than me. If that says anything, Avatar Aang has more hair than me. Let's see, my dad who's bald has more hair than me. What up, Cody? We're just saying one member from Siphon leaves and another one replaces. So we're kind of all over the place. And the old school Pepsi can is just a regular Pepsi can that I recently bought. It is not old because Pepsi doesn't last in our house for very long. I know I should probably eat more water and drink more plastic, but I'm not going to because obviously that's where my squirrel brain runs off to. Got to stay hydrated while yakking. But yeah, there's a obviously just in obviously with just kind of the last couple we're obviously networking with Siphon. Make sure you check out Gravestone. I've got a couple videos of theirs uploaded. I think I've got two. Trying to remember how many videos of which band I have is impressive because I think I have 456 live performance videos, 40 interview videos, and like 120 reaction review videos. If that says anything about trying to keep all this stuff straight. And that's not including like the photography videos or any of the other random things that I'm working on putting together. And I've got gaming videos and toy unboxings, which I need to do more of because I need to add to my collection. Probably put up another couple shelves here because all my there he is. All my little Harry Potter things, and obviously Dumbledore, just the guy who played Dumbledore, Sir something. I just know him as the guy that played Dumbledore, and he was in a bunch of other movies. Just recently passed away, and Ducky, or the guy who played Ducky from NCIS, also just recently passed away. You stay there. Had random stuff just recently start falling off the. Yeah, Michael Gam Gambon Gambon. Okay, apparently, as you can obviously see, my Englishing and reading are not at the highest level. But Harry Potter was one of the first books that I ever read from front to back, cover to cover, and I waited in line to get the seventh and final one. Read about the first three chapters and put it down for 2 weeks because I was pissed off at it because they were killing no one. They're killing no one. No spoiler. Fuck it. Spoiler alert. They were killing everyone off in the first fucking few chapters of the book. You haven't seen the movies by now or read the book. Fuck you. Marvin the Moon. Yeah, I got Harry Potter, Demon Slayer, GI Joe, concert memorabilia. I've got all kinds of just random shit laying around my desk, like these cute little adorable figurines that I've done a video for. That I've got to go find where the fuck I put it at so I can put the actual video out. It's a lamb holding a grenade. And we have chicken with a bottle of poison. Let's see other random things that I have laying around my desk. We have, oh god, if my kid's still listening to this, let's see, that would be Freddy Fazbear, I think. I hope. If not, he's going to correct me on it. But I think that's Freddy Fazbear. We got Montgomery Gator over here. I've got like 3 of him. Little fucking gator with a mohawk from Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, and these ones in Demon Slayer, my kids got me into them because I'm probably in that classification of a horrible parent because I don't always know exactly what they're watching until they bring me something and they're like, Dad, you got to watch this. And then I watch it and go, how the fuck are you guys watching this? Where's your parents at? You're one of the parents, Dad. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oops, my bad. Or like Hell of a Boss. He was trying to tell me about it. Told me he couldn't tell me who the cast members were because of the simple fact I would know exactly who one of them are the moment that he would say. So we start watching it. The one character, Moxie, says no more than 2 lines, and I'm yelling, "It's Invader Zim." And then I proceed to watch the first season and trying to figure out what they're talking about with these horny ass demons blowing shit up, killing people. It's the weirdest damn show, but funny as hell. Or Murder Drones. Murder Drones is another one my kids have gotten me to watch. which I'm confused on. I'm going to have to probably end up going back and rewatching it because the first 3 episodes all ran together smoothly, and then all of a sudden it started getting really fucking weird on where things were in the episodes and what was going on. So those are always interesting. I've got Fairy Tale that my kids got me into. Let's see, what other kind of weird random things? Here's one. I got my green hippo that's on my desk. So yeah, I've got just all kinds of weird, random, cool things that are all over the place. G.I. Joe figurines that are, I think, somewhere in a box somewhere upstairs in a closet that I got to unbury. Let's see what else we got. Oh, let's see. So networking is obviously an important thing that we've been doing. Strange people, like I was talking about earlier, with the random people arguing outside the high school. What a great place to listen to a family argument. Literally made me stop doing what I was doing. If you want weird, strange people on the planet, go to Florida or go to your local Walmart because you will see some of the weirdest fucking people there as well. Target has some weird people, but they're more normal weird, where they've got to have all the designer things that are weird. But I'm just going over to the toy section there because they have really cool toys. Let's see what else we got. Obviously, I made some comments about some photographers, and I've been working on getting my photography stuff out more lately, but it is such a pain in the ass because when you go to a show and you hit up, what is it? I think 19 bands with almost 1,000 pictures. It takes a little bit of time to go through. And as a photographer, the thing that I hate most about it is going through and doing all the edits and trying to figure out which pictures I want to post because it's just a pain in the ass. And then you got to break it up in the per band, and you got to figure out which pictures you took, which ones you like, which ones you don't like. And then you get that one random cool one where everybody is in focus, but their faces and they're all moving up to headbang. So you have this faceless picture, which I have a couple of, which are cool. And I don't really know how my camera got them, but some other photographers, I already mentioned Memories by Dottie and Sarah Mabel Photography and Dusty Boats. Also check out P-Wiz Pics from Lincoln. Pam is a fucking beast and is all over everywhere. I ended up getting a chance to talk to her at one of the shows, and we were talking back and forth, and I didn't realize she was P-Wiz, and I've been following her photography for a while. And suddenly the next day I start seeing all these pictures from the show last night pop up, and I'm trying to figure out who it was. Did some Facebook stalking, found out it was Pam, and instantly was at the show the next night talking to her about more photography stuff. Also, check out Daniel Scott Films in Wichita if you need some video stuff done. That dude is phenomenal. He's done a couple different videos for some friends of mine. Fishbone Photography out of Wichita, or no, Abilene. Abilene, I believe, is where he's at. And Widow Productions from Southwest Kansas. That dude has some great work. He's been nominated for a few awards. And always check out WBC Visions. That dude is phenomenal with his stuff too. He's been popping up all over my news feed. Has been for a while. I've known him from when he was in a couple bands back in the day doing I think he was in the Indian rock group and I was in the Blue Goat group. And the weird thing was all the bands were trying to get into the other venue, but we had such a pain in the ass problem. We couldn't get other bands to work with getting these other bands in because for some reason the Blue Goat bands were nuts and the Indian rock guys were nuts. But we were all friends with everybody, and I went up there trying to get us in there, but we were too aggressive or too metal, or I don't remember all the bullshit that went with it. But I know I'm still friends with a lot of those guys. But that was, oh damn, that was like 15 years ago. Back in my younger days, where I could drink more than one can of beer and sneeze and throw out my back. Now I can just drink water and still get a calf cramp, which I fought for 2 days, which was such a joyful blast. But yeah, a bunch of different local photographers. The biggest thing for being a photographer, if you're going to use someone's photography pictures and stuff, make sure you give the photographer credit, because we do go out and we do take the pictures. We do put our stamp on it, not as in trying to be all cool and badass, but the reason we put our stamp on it is so if people like it, they can get a hold of us. Maybe we can get to some different shows, get to some different areas. And when you use a photo in Facebook, make sure you tag the photographer just out of respect. And it's a lot of work going through it. I spend probably 5-6 hours a week just going through photographs from shows. I've got shows from 2 years ago I still got to go through. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass when you see somebody crop out like a logo or somebody's tag on it, and then you don't give them credit for the photo. That's just kind of a bunch of bullshit. No shit. Fractured Black. I know those guys from Fractured Black. I still see their the original vocalist every now and then. I ended up doing some shows with the guys in Fractured Black back in the day when I was at Swept Aside. Fractured Black, Terror Tractor. Kevin, the guitar player. I think he was a guitar player. If memory serves, and I doubt if memory serves me right, because that was okay. Yeah, okay. I know which one you're talking about now. Yeah, those guys were a bunch of great dudes. I always enjoyed going to the Fractured Black shows. We did a few shows with them. I think it was Fractured Black. My first concert that I performed at was Fractured Black and Terror Tractor CD release parties. If that'll say anything about how long I've been running around in the music scene, or knowing the guys from Grin, which kind of also dates me if you're in the Kansas area, know those guys, or anything like that. I've been in the music scene since I was 16. I'm almost 40. Yeah, it was only a few moons ago, back when we could actually get up out of bed without sounding like a Rice Krispie treat. Snap, crackle, pop, before the knee surgeries and the back surgeries and the everything else is before the check engine light finally hit and we went, fuck, this sucks. I don't want to get old anymore. I want to be young and be able to drink like 4 cases of beer and wake up perfectly fine and get back out and do it again. Now it's, like I said, 2 beers, 12 glasses of water afterwards, and you wake up with a killer hangover and you can't figure out how it happened. The building in Hayes does not ring a bell, but the Labor building in Salina, I ended up seeing Low Gear play there. And God, need to charge that battery. Fuck that vape. They ended up tearing the Labor building down like a year ago, a little over a year ago, I believe. That was kind of, and that was where I ended up seeing Grin at for the first time. And it was Grin and Gulch when I was 16, right after I did track meet for my birthday. But yeah, we're over here reminiscing, and I'm pretty sure a couple people on the news feed are like, dude, where the hell is that? I think that's how you spell Crew. Yeah, he ended up passing away a while back, which was a real sad day. He's one guy that definitely got me into watching how he would promote shows, help me become the promotional person that I am. Because he'd give me and my friends a stack of flyers, and we'd stand on the corner of the drag strip where everybody'd drive up and down, and we were literally handing them out. We had one person on one side of the car, one person on the other side, and we're handing them out to drivers and passengers until they start coming around, and they're like, dude, here's our flyer. Oh, okay, next. Here's our flyer. Okay, next. So yeah, I remember Noise Fest was right around, I got into it right around the time that they kind of ended that. Low Gear, I just did a reaction review video for and a write up for them. And man, that's way back in the memory. I'm not sure if I was around for those ones. I just got a message. I remember Militia because I was hanging out with those guys. We used to party with them back when I was a good non-21-year-old kid and never did any drinking or anything like, yeah, okay, who am I kidding? We used to have them come over to the house all the time and they used to party with us quite a bit. I went to quite a few shows with Militia, but for a while there it was they'd book a show and then we'd have to figure it was like Russian roulette if they'd break up before the show or not, which was always quite interesting. But yeah, it's always a fun time going back and remembering some of those. I'm still working on getting with Low Gear about doing a online interview. So I'm looking forward to that because like I keep telling them when I've talked to a couple of the guys, Goat and Roach. Yeah, great names, Minister Roach and Goat. And I was talking to them and it was hilarious because they're like, man, dude, yeah, we'd love to do it. And I was like, excuse me for one moment while I super fucking fanboy. So I'm over in the parking lot at work, jumping around, all excited because I got the opportunity, or I'm getting an opportunity to do an interview with Low Gear. So that's the cool thing about doing what I do is I'm not just one of those podcasters or photographers or guys that go around who don't know the music or don't pay attention to the scene. And I'm involved with it, become friends with a lot of the guys from it. I know certain things that I'm not supposed to know prior to them coming out. I've heard quite a few songs before the actual release date. Like Forged by Fire has a new song coming out Friday, and Phil the fucking Beast Gonzalez sent me a copy of the track so I could listen to it before it comes out. And then before I got the chance to listen to it, he goes, "Hey, we got a video coming about a week later after that." And I was like, "I'm gonna wait till the video so I can do a reaction review video for it," because I saw the pictures that his niece did. Who his niece and my daughter were friends before we moved out of Salina. So her special effects skills are awesome. I don't know what her link thing is too, but Justice does some incredible special effects work that I've seen. I saw a few of the little photo shoots from Forged by Fire's video. I know Heartstrings 2 from Evil Shadows comes out soon. Gravestone's working on getting out a song. Let's see who else. Molten's working on some stuff. Shit. So I would almost post a new news feed for about new music that's coming out, but that would drive me batshit crazier than I already am with the amount of music and bands that I've got that I'm still planning on checking out. I've got some reaction review videos in the works, and I've got some uploaded to YouTube that I got to put together the damn cover sheet for and get that all taken care of so then I can put those out. I've got a couple others from some friends that have asked me to do them that I've got to still record. Downfall of being a parent duties come before YouTube videos and all that fun and social media content, because obviously I got to be a parent all the time until I'm 18, and until they're 18, and then I can still be a parent. Just I don't have to really worry about what they're doing because they're 18 and they can do whatever the hell they need to. Just don't do anything stupid at my house because I don't need the cops here. I don't like dealing with them. But name one person who's like, yes, have the cops come over. We love having them over here. No one I know. So yeah, I'm quite busy with the 3 children that I have and the bonus ones that I help with. So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do to help out people and be kind and be generous. But at the same point in time, you got to make sure you don't take away from what you need to do with trying to help everybody else out, or take away from time with your kids to help everybody else out. Because my kids like watching movies and random YouTube shit and play video games. So, and speaking of random stuff, oh, where did I hide that picture at? I have got so much stuff laying around. I would annoy any OCD person. Oh, maybe we will not be showing those. My daughter is an artist, and I always like checking out artwork. As you can see, I've got, bring up some that I need to still hang up. I got Transformers and Snake Eyes that I bought at a Comic-Con. I got it at least in a frame. But yeah, my daughter, I gotta try to snag some more of her artwork. I gotta try to get her convinced to let me have some, because unfortunately, the problem with artists is they're afraid to show their artwork or their music because they're afraid people might look upon it badly or look down on it. And me, as somebody who enjoys artwork of any kind, drawings, poetry, photography, paintings, I think my daughter does amazing artwork. It may be a little demented for some people, but she is working on stuff that she enjoys. She created this group called the Suicide Angels, which is basically fallen angels, and their outfits match what they have for their deaths. So, like, one person, what was it? Like, one person OD'd on pills, so his outfit was based upon that one. Oh yeah, definitely the criticism when your art. That's why there's been a couple pieces that she's drawn and shown me where, like, I don't try to dismantle what she does, because she puts a lot of blood in it. She's got one. It is by far one of my favorite pieces of artwork she has, because I was the only one that, and she even said it, I was the only one that caught this. She had a piece where it's two of her characters are hand in hand skipping down this, like, you can see that they're holding hands and they're skipping and they're going across this bridge, and it's bright and colorful and it's vibrant, and it's just this uh really cool scene. And I happen to look at it and I go, that's the most fucked up drawing I've ever seen, kid. She, well, what do you mean? I was like, the chair next to the tree and the feet that are hanging. You noticed that? Yeah, I noticed that, kid. No one else has. Well, apparently, they're not looking at the whole artwork. They're just looking at what they want to see and be like, oh, look, cute, pretty thing. And she snuck that in there. So the fact she's doing stuff like that, a couple of her teachers have said about her art skill, she's very impressive. And I keep trying to tell them, my analogy on art is it's based on what people perceive as art. Or, like, for me, if you try to tell somebody, you know, draw this Pepsi can, but it has to look exactly like it has to be in the same color and has to be realistic. But if you just say draw it however you want, and you get contemporary artwork, or you get 3D artwork, or you get the little polka dot artwork, or they make it into this fucked up can that's next to this beat up car, art is art. You can't tell somebody how to draw their art or how to make their art if it's them, especially if it comes up from their mind and they create their own thing with it. You can't tell them they're right or wrong. But yeah, with like her Suicide Angels, she's got names for every one of them, different designs. There was one where it was holding something and the hand was all backwards and funky. It was like the thumb was on the underside of the hand, and it was just the weirdest damn hand. Like the rest of the drawing was really cool. And I called her on the hand. She goes, yeah. I was like, it doesn't look pleasing. It's in the wrong dimensions. It's in the wrong way of looking. And she goes, I know. I need to work on that. So every time she shows me a drawing, it's not that I'm trying to ever critique her or say that it's wrong. I try to make sure she sees little things that may or may not be in the correct origin. Or if it looks weird to me, she'll explain it why it looks a certain way, which is always a nice thing to have. But yeah, for like when I go to Comic Cons, I end up buying more artwork from people than I do figurines. Like I got this one piece that if you look, it's a moon made out of mermaids. And it's a half moon. It was the weirdest thing. I walked by it 4 times. And oh, hey, we got another siphon guy in here. I ended up walking by that piece like 4 or 5 times before I finally went back and was like, look, man, I've been looking at that for a while. I really want that. So I need to get a copy of it. He's like, okay, can you sign it? Okay. So I end up decorating my house with more artwork than I do figurines because at some point in time you have like a whole shelf, but then like you find these little Joker figurines from the Heath Ledger version of the Joker, or the Upper Six Demon right here with his sister, which I still have to go get or find a version of her because, well, it's Demon Slayer and it's fun. Or like my Severus Snape over here. Yeah, if you notice, I got all kinds of random stuff just everywhere. Or my little sign over here that you can kind of read that says when killing them with kindness doesn't fail, or when killing them with kindness fails, try voodoo. I saw the sign, I had to have it. It was another Comic-Con purchase. We just have all kinds of random cool little adventures, or when I'm out adventuring around in the real world and I find like the 2-foot saw blade and post a video of it and a photo. When I was getting ready to climb over the railing, I had it in hand and I realized I've seen Final Destination a few times. So I decided I needed to push that over. I didn't want to land on it because I figured that would really fucking suck. But yeah, like I said, my podcast things I'm the most squirrel person you'll meet. I read a message, I ramble on about something. Suddenly my brain's like, ooh, look over here, shiny. And I'm off and running on that subject. But yeah, we were talking about art. Art is always fun to watch or look at, see, find different versions of it. It's just a scratch. You already have a saw blade in your drum kit. I saw it the other day when you were at FegFest. Your little saw blade. Mine's big saw blade. Wait, hang on. That's not going over. There we go. I need to clean the damn thing up and just start taking it around to shows and having bands sign one side of it and hang that fucker on my wall. That might be an idea right there. Looks like I better take it to work and clean it up. Have you seen Red Beard saw blade? That almost sounds like it could be in a horror film. Yeah, everyone else gets drumhead sign. I'm dragging around a 2-foot tall saw blade. That might actually be really interesting, trying to get into a venue and try to get them to let me take that in. Definitely. Oh yeah. Do you have a permit for that? No, the bands are signing it. Trust me. See, look, I got signatures on here, and oh, good Lord. No weapons of any kind as I'm dragging a saw blade in. That would be fucking epic. I would be remembered for all time. They'd probably have to make I think they'd probably have to no weapons, no firearms, no saw blades would start having to be a rule, and then I'd have another rule named after me. Yeah, I'm definitely going to clean that thing up with the wire wheel and get like a spray paint clear coat or something. But decor, I don't know if I can find many more of those saw blades just laying around. I got to go explore more. And the last time I did, I ended up ripping out the crotch of my pants and getting tangled up in this cool sticker bush thing. And sticker bushes suck a lot because they were not very much fun while I'm trying to carry a backpack full of stuff and not fall into a river with it. It was only like maybe a foot of water in it because I go magnet fishing and there's no damn water in any of these little rivers. Plus, I don't want to go magnet fishing where all the people are for two reasons. One, I don't want to try to set up my camera gear and have to pay attention to it because of all the little crackheads running around. And two, my car's not very close to it. Oh, that's not a bad idea, too. Go hit up the concrete companies. Yeah, that would be interesting. Can you imagine child services being called on me and then walking into my house and I've got all these massive saw blades signed by numerous groups of bands at festivals? What are these? These are all my decor. I'm pretty sure that would definitely look interesting and they would be talking about me for a while. I think I'm going to clean up that saw blade now and drag it around with me and get bands to sign it until the thing's full and then hang it up on my wall. I'm going to have to make a list of all the bands that have signed it so then I can tag them in it later. But yeah, that would definitely be. Looks like I've got a project for 20. Get a saw blade for each year and have all the bands sign it that I go see. There we go. I'll have my yearly saw blade. Please keep it small. Your signature's small. I've got a whole saw blade I've got to fill up this year. But then I'll go hit up like the festival that's got 30 fucking bands and knock a quarter of the thing out in no time flat. Here we go. Now all the bands are going to be signing saw blades. Go hit up the construction companies. Well, maybe not hit up the construction companies. Those guys will use saw blades until Red Beard the horror holder. I would say you go hit up some construction companies, but those guys hold on to all them. It's missing like 6 fucking teeth and they're smoking and billowing fire out the back. Don't worry, saw blade's still good. I bought it in 04. Definitely sounds like something my grandparents would do right there. Fortunately, neither one of them are around to listen to me make fun of or make comments like this for them. They'd probably both kick my ass because they taught me what a hammer is. It's a hammer, a wrench, a socket, a stick, fucking board over there, sledgehammer, an actual hammer, a ball peen hammer, whatever was in reaching distance. A pry bar was also used as a hammer. So, yeah, I learned growing up in farm communities that everything can possibly be a hammer. And if the right person pisses you off, you can use them as a hammer. It all works. Mini saw blade merch idea. Might have to go hit up some garage sales and see what people are selling saw blades for. That would definitely be an idea right there. Great. Now I'm going to have different merch ideas. I need to start getting some of the social media stuff to pay me. Like Pepsi. They'd pay me. That'd be nice. They could just pay me in free fucking Pepsi. Oh, here we go. Now we're networking and multitasking. This is awesome. That would be a cool idea. Saw blades with band pictures. Seeing how everybody says I'm like the Pokemon collector for bands. Just seeing people pull out their saw decks. They're like, what you got? Do I got this one yet? Hang on, let me see. Yep, I got them already. I got 2 versions. I got the red and the green one. Oh, they got a silver one? Fuck. All right, let me get one of those. I got to get all 3 of them. That would be a sick idea, though. Fuck a Pokédex. Get a Sawdex. Band photos and signatures on a saw blade. that's clear coated on. That's a cool fucking idea. I'm gonna clean up my saw blade, take it around, find one each year to get. Hell, I could sell my own Red Beard the Horror Holder merchandise or something. Not sure how that'd go over well. But yeah, that would be an interesting Pokédex type thing to have. Seeing people carrying around saw blades or hanging them up, that would actually be a unique idea. Oh, that one was fun. And here we go. We're coming up with merch ideas. Looks like I should have tried to get all the. I'm gonna go out to my garage now and see what kind of saw blades I got laying around. Get bands to sign them. Little shows get the little saw blades. Big show gets the big saw blades. All the shows get the saw blades. Talk about a fucking squirrel moment. We're now talking about merchandising saw blades for bands. Hell, with Molten, we came up with a new music genre, which I got to go back and listen to that interview and figure out what the hell that music genre was that we came up with, because I was obviously running around all night. FeckFest, I think I ended up with like 44 videos and just under 1,000 photographs for the 2 days that I covered at the festival. If I would have been on the third day or the first day, ooh, people trading saw blades. Fucking hilarious. I got a siphon gold one. What you got? I got Fissurus's red blood drip saw blade. Oh shit, which one wins? We'd probably have to write out Groove Thrash. Okay. Was like not even real. Paid attention to the whole video. As you can tell, I don't watch a whole lot of my videos. I will shoot the things. I will find where I need to edit, and I will edit it, and then I'll post it. Because I don't have to watch the videos because I was already at the concert. I was there first. Now I just need to find the time to go through all the rest of them, which, if my kid is still sick again tomorrow, I will probably be home editing videos and posting them and recording other ones. And I've got online interviews that I'm trying to set up. Downfall of being a one-man show trying to do all this stuff. I need to hire assistants. I tried hiring my kids, but they just laughed at me. Something about they can't get into the venues if they're not 21. I was like, we'll pull strings, goddammit. I might be able to get some of this figured out. We can, you're my bag handler, photo assistant, gear hauler person. That the last time I gave him that job title, I ended up hauling all my gear, and it was a month removed after back surgery. And then we went to the hotel. He crashed out. I was up for another 2 hours working on stuff so I could submit some things to oh, that would be cool to get a Ruby edition. Oh, helping load in gear. Yeah, but I'm also one of those people. I make sure I try to pay for getting into the shows because I know the pays help the bands get money for doing their shows. But they're like, I need 2 tickets, and then I'm sneaking my buddy and my kid in the back door. That might be about a good idea too. No, he's with the band. Which, remember, I don't know. He's the roadie guy thing. I'm putting you to work. If you want to see the show, you got to do some work, kid. I've loaded in my fair share of gear. Advantage of being a vocalist. Just walk in and be like, all right, check, check, check. I'm going to get my beer now. And take off as they're all hauling in their gear. I feel bad for drummers because they got the most gear. Bass players always have the heaviest fucking gear. Right on, Edge Over Edge. I appreciate you tuning in. We'll definitely see you in about a month. Oh, so my kid's helping with merch and hauling gear for me and band members. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that. I know sometimes you can get around it, but I mean, since Live Nation now decided to quit doing the whole we're going to take a cut of bands merchandise, I can only imagine what concert tickets are going to be, but if you're buying concert tickets through like Ticketmaster, it's like what, $9,000 for nosebleed section at uh whatever ACDC venue thing, whatever. I don't even know where I was going with that. Taylor Swift was like $1,600. So, I mean, think how many local shows you can go to for $1,600. But now, if you buy a Kansas City Chiefs ticket, you might get the chance to see Taylor Swift there, who her fans have no fucking clue what football is. Other than I did see this funny ass video. I know we're not going to sports, but they were talking about how Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating is bad for the NFL. And after listening to the video, I completely disagree with this jackass, because they're like, the Taylor Swift has these diehard fans and the NFL has these diehard fans, you know, the guys that are in the cheesehead in fucking negative 30-degree weather, or the Raiders fans, just the diehard fans. And if these two break up, they're going to be at odds and at war. Well, I'm sorry. I want to see those groups at odds at war, because I'm putting my money on the football people, and we're doing pay-per-view for that shit. Come on, Dana White, pick that stuff up. That's going to be a hell of a fight to watch. I would totally tune in and pay for a Taylor Swift NFL fan all-out brawl, which I think would be funny. And that is enough of that thing. Other than there has been creative ones of her breakup song that's going to be whenever that happens. My personal favorite that I've come up with that is He Got His Team a Ring Before Me, which is a sad love song and a sad breakup song. There's also His Balls Smell Like Pigskin. Football Man with the Teeny Weeny was another one that I saw. I did not come up with that one. But yeah, I think the memes and stuff are getting freaking hilarious. But enough of the football jargon. He used to have a tight end. Wouldn't it be she used to have a tight end? Yes, inappropriate, horrible, dirty joke. But we're going to do those because I can. Taylor Swift's breakup album. I used to have a tight end. Now it's loose. Okay, so I'm making jokes and I'm cracking myself up. I'm going to have to go back through this one and write this shit down. I'm going to have to make some memes or something. Come up with my own fucked up twist, because I will say the stuff and most people are like, oh, you can't say that. That's offensive. It's offensive. You might offend somebody. So fucking what? If they're offended, they shouldn't be on my page or listening to what I do. And also, if you're on my Facebook page, you will know that either most likely tomorrow morning, I will be posting the massive hit the new record of show content. I think there's like 40 show flyers on that post that I've done. It's starting to really gain some momentum on the Monday show flyers. I wish it was show me your tits, but I'd be just getting a bunch of dude pictures with boobs. So, and Facebook would probably be like, that's inappropriate. You can't say boobs or tits or knockers or honkers or things like that. Fun bags. They get all offended with little simple jokes. But yeah, that post is going to be coming. I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend. I've been invited to a few different shows. Hooters, a restaurant chain on women. But I'm not sure what I'm doing this weekend on shows, because that's going to be determining on what my daughter's feeling or how she's feeling by the end of the week. I have this odd feeling she may not be going to school. She still isn't doing the greatest. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to work. But that's what vacation time is for. And that's what doing social media, it gives me more time to do the social media content, because at some point in time, I'm going to open a horrible can of worms and go into the Stashes server room which I am really fucking dreading, with 526 bands to shoot, uh, to start shooting reaction review videos for them, which is going to be an immense take on, because they keep saying, hey, we're getting more submissions, we're getting this shit. And I've yet to ever tune into a single Stash episode because, like I keep saying, it will ruin my authenticity of listening to the band in a reaction review video sense. I know seeing bands live, and then like Siphon, it was a little bit more interesting doing their reaction review video because I've seen them so much, but it was cool because I could actually hear different things that you normally don't hear at a live performance, or it's more fine-tuned and it doesn't have that live feel to it. So being able to do that reaction review video was quite fun. I also don't pick to stick with just one style of reaction review video. Yeah, Rock Holiday needs to get his ass in gear. I had something I was going to say, but I lost it inside of my squirrel brain, so I don't know what I was going to say. Trying to figure out if it was appropriate or not. Probably not. Pull out of your Mustang and get on the Stash server. God damn it. There we go. That's what I'm going to say. Don't tell him, fuck it. Tell him I said that. Tell him to pull out of his Mustang. The car or the horse, whichever one. We're not biased. Well, I don't have a pullout game because I have children. So my pullout game's no longer valid or in effect. But I did realize one thing, because they always tell you that, you know, when are you going to have more kids? And they always ask you, anybody who has kids, when are you going to have another one? When are you going to have another one? I personally figured out what causes kids. And it's not the whole act of sex or fucking. It has nothing to do with that. It was my level of drunkenness. When I quit drinking heavily and pretty well sobered up and cleaned up, I quit having kids. So I relate heavy drinking and drug use to having children. So when I quit that, I quit having kids. Plain and simple. Some people say it's the pullout game, but it is what it is, and I don't really care because I haven't had kids since I quit drinking heavily and quit all the drugs. So, yay for me! Or, well, I still drink from time to time. I had a blue beer. The name of it was Blue, and it literally tasted like beers plus hormones equals child support. Exactly. That is exactly true. Or sometimes beer plus hormones equals wife divided by divorce equals you're sleeping in a cardboard box and you ain't got half your cool shit because she got it in a divorce, even though you've had it since you were like 4. And it's that G.I. Joe Snake Eyes action figure that's still in the package that she sold at the garage sale for $5. That did not happen to me. I just made that whole thing up. Luckily, when I got my divorce, it was an equal split. The stuff I had beforehand, I got. The stuff she had beforehand, she got. And anything that we had that we got together, we split evenly. So it all kind of worked out in the end. Not been married since. Don't know what the marriage thing is for me. It's, I don't know. Marriage is weird anymore because you watch celebrities get married and then, you know, he came in with $450 million and I came in with $350 million and I want $2 million a month child support and $4 million in alimony. What the fuck you need alimony for? That you're worth $500,000 or $500 million. What the fuck you need alimony for? Other than the fun thing that I keep seeing on any of my reel feeds or through Facebook or YouTube is always about, well, women want a 6 foot tall, already distinguished man and all this other stuff. And like one I saw was, it was how much should a man spend on a wedding ring? And these people are like 6 figures. And I'm like, yeah, you a gold digger. Kanye wrote a song about your ass years ago. Yeah, the Stash server has a whole shitload of music on it, and it is going to take me eons upon eons upon eons Yeah, you thought you were expensive asking for honesty. Nah, you went the wrong thing. You got to go with the wedding ring. It's got to be like a big ass rock where it's like this big, and then it's got to be, like go on the finger this way. And yeah, I don't know. I was watching it, and it was like six figures was what all these people, $500,000, and I'm like, for $500,000, I can buy like three fucking houses. Well, in the housing market right now, I could buy like one, have a little bit left over, and buy a fucking car. So yeah, I don't know where these delusional people on the streets of New York are living, but they can kindly just fuck off over there. I don't want anything to deal with them. If you're wanting a ring that much, then you better go find someone else. Yeah, the advantage of us all being old, we got to go like, we went from like chaperoning to now we're the cool, you're the Uber driver. Dude, the Salina scene's weird. The Hayes scene's actually coming up, and the Wichita scene is actually nuts. They are insane down there. They got a ton of fucking bands. Might have to get Gravestone to like. Kansas City's also got a hell of a scene. You need to try to get in there. Oh shit, Juicy's back again. All right, we got like, we're band multitasking here, stash multitasking, just doing all kinds of stuff. I know I got other friends that do stuff on other radio stations, like the Gator, KZUM. It could be interesting to start doing a. Don't worry, I'm gonna start doing like two of these a week, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, when there's none of the radio DJ stuff that I know about's going on. So I can still hit these up. We can have a meet and greet band circle thing go on and see what kind of random crap we have going on. Yeah, we got Kansas and Nebraska scenes going on right here. So this is kind of a cool thing where like my comments are freaking hilarious because I get six figures on a ring. God, I'm a cheap date. But yeah, like the whole thing is freaking hilarious. And like we're just multitasking with different band merch people. Like we got Off Your Rockers merch and more that I'm friends with. That's an Adam Gordy and his wife Ginny Jack who put that on. So if people are seeing this, also Mind, Body, and Soul, they're a place in Kansas that they're like this spa thing. They ended up having me stop in there and they put me in one of the massage chairs. Oh God, I have never slept so good after that. So if you're in the Salina, Kansas area or in the Kansas area, hit up Mind, Body, and Soul. Mine is MYNE, Body and Soul. Uh, it's a great place. They got spas, massage chairs, the whole nine yards. You get to hang out with some badass people. And yeah, I ended up, oh, my back was good for a couple weeks after that. I wasn't hurting whole body except the foot thing. They had like a foot massage thing with this, and that was the weirdest damn thing. Like I hate my feet being touched, and it's over there like doing all that fun shit, and just freaked me the fuck out, drove me nuts with it. So it was quite interesting feeling. But yeah, Mind, Body, and Soul, definitely check them out. Yeah, I gave out some shout outs to my friends. No, they did not pay me to do any of these. I'm doing this because I love those guys. They're basically like family. And every time I get to see them, they're fucking awesome people. And like with Jenny, when she was going through her cancer thing, I'd see him at shows because I was down there quite a bit more than I am now. And I started wearing Wonder Woman socks at concerts just because that was what she was always going as, or what they were calling her was Wonder Woman. And it was cool. She beat cancer, both of the heels of my socks ripped out at the same time. So I'm not really sure how to take that as a good sign or a bad sign, but definitely a sign of some kind. Yeah, I got my little Dumbledore. I'm trying to like multitask right there. That was in a Christmas package, 20 or the days of Christmas, whatchamacallit thing, till yeah, whatever the hell that is. 24 days of Christmas that you open up at the beginning of December until uh the till Christmas. I ended up getting the whole pack, and it was on sale that I found in like July, and it was on clearance at Walmart. Yeah, Advent calendar. That's what it is. It was an Advent calendar that I found in July at a Walmart for like half price, which I'm pretty sure they found it in the back that had been stashed back there for a while. So I got all these cool little, I got Hagrid and Dumbledore and the whole Weasley group and a couple Harry Potters. The coolest one was the dragon at Gringotts. So it's that white dragon that was chained down in the basement. And they're going for the Horcrux. Stay. You and the Joker hang out. Yeah, not like that's gonna turn out bad. Yeah, the actor that played he played the second Dumbledore. The first Dumbledore passed away after the second film. Yeah, spoilers. I know, horrible. Let's see, what other movies can I ruin? Die Hard. To quote it correctly, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie, but I only watch it on in Christmas time, so it's a Christmas movie because it's got Christmas shit in it. He's John McClane. He doesn't die and he kills everybody. Let's see, what other movies can we? The Titanic sinks. Spoiler, I know, the Titanic sinks. They made a movie about it. Everybody was crying because they're like, the Titanic song, I can't believe it, that song. I went twice to go see boobs till I was like 13 years old. I mean, how can you not want to go see boobs at 13? And it's a PG-13 movie, so you can go see boobs. Let's see. Other ones. Freddie Mercury dies in the Queen documentary. Sorry about that for ruining that. My daughter's boyfriend, literally, my daughter's like, he cried at the end because he died. Did he not like know any of the history or any of the stuff that was going on? I mean, everybody kind of knows what he died from and that he died. Let's see, what other documentary? World War II movies? Hitler, allegedly. I don't know if I can say the actual word on here without being canceled or any of that stuff because you can't say suicide or he blew his brains out allegedly. I was not in the bunker at the time. I could not confirm nor deny. But if you pay attention to historical things, Sam Winchester does actually kill Adolf Hitler in Supernatural. And that's his bragging point for a while, which is hilarious. Gollum didn't jump. It was Smeagol that jumped. Gollum still survived. Everybody knows that. To Lord of the Rings. Let's see. The first Lord of the Rings. I found this. Okay, here's all this shit. We'll go with you. All right, start walking. Oh, look, bad guys. Go cross the river. They can't get across the river. Okay, next movie. Let's see. What was the next one? Ching, 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 ching. Fight, fight, fight. White Wizard. Big ass moth owl thingy. Let's see. The third one is all fighting. We kicked your ass with Ghost. There's this big ass building, and then they throw the ring in, and Samwise whole family is actually in the movie, and she graduated from college, and now he can go on the boat to whatever. Yeah, Two Towers. And then Samwise can now actually go on the boat with Frodo because he got his daughter through high school or through college, and he's dipping out on paying the college debt. So, Return of the Kings. Let's see, what other historical movies? Animal House. It's college drunk shenanigans. but when you could actually do dumb shit and there was no photo recording devices at all. And John Belushi was amazing. Blues Brothers, as they just drive everywhere, and Ray Charles shoots a gun at a kid trying to steal a guitar. Whole highlight of that movie. If you have not seen Blues Brothers, go watch it just for the Ray Charles scene. A blind guy shooting a handgun. He's a hell of a good aim. He didn't hit the kid once. Wonder how many kids they went through to get that take right, though. And then that would be in some Quentin Tarantino movie. The Nazis are in every game and they're bad guys. And they're bad guys in real life, too. We should make a new trending game. Punch a Nazi in the face. Get $5. I think it'd go over well. They'd probably end up saying it's a hate crime or something. Well, just tell them we're on a mission from God. That's why we can do it. God doesn't like Nazis. And we're quoting the Blues Brothers again. And if you're doing it in a toga, you get bonus points because you're pulling an Animal House reference and a Crusades 2 Electric Boogaloo. I don't even know that one. Yeah, wear a toga. Say you're on a mission from God. Punch a Nazi in the face. Get $10. Not from me, though. Probably from somebody else. Hell, you'll be an internet sensation. Hell, they might say they saw it on this podcast, and I'd be an internet sensation. Then I'd probably get canceled, and I have all the Nazis yelling at me. My grandpa was in World War II. They were perfectly fine with me playing the game Wolfenstein Spirit Destiny because I was killing Nazis. They said it was okay to do, and it's fine. God doesn't like Nazis, I think was something around the quote. So World War II veterans said it was okay. Not sure if that's going to work in the court of law. Why'd you punch this man in the face? World War II veteran said it was okay. He said it was fine. Do you have any proof of it? No. Oh, damn. It's almost 8 o'clock. Shit, I've been on here for almost an hour and a half. I know pretty soon I'm going to have to go check on kids and see how they're doing because they kind of stay up in their rooms when I'm doing these podcast things, which is nice because they're quiet enough or they're watching some random thing on YouTube or my kids coming to me with new music that I may or may not have ever heard, like this one song that he had me listen to. I heard the vocals and went, "That's Motionless in White." How did you know? He's got a very distinct vocals. His vocal style is very distinct. You're right. I was like, here's some other albums of theirs that you need to go check out. So I'm in tuning my knowledge of music to my children, who at sometimes they don't really pay attention to what I'm doing, which is fine because they're not supposed to pay attention to me. I'm the adult. I'm supposed to keep an eye on them. But I think I'm going to get ready to end this. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I have to go check on a sick child and see if the 16-year-old is asleep or if he's hungry and I've got to make food. The joys of being parents to teenagers. They're always hungry. They always need food. And they always want to eat all the damn time. And it's never anything that you have in the house. So you have to go to the store every fucking day to get whatever the hell they want. And then if you make a grocery list and you get all the stuff on the grocery list, they'll forget all kinds of stuff on there. So you got to make a second trip back, which is always such a fun trip. Why didn't you get this? Because I didn't have a shot. It wasn't on the list. Well, how we needed it. How come you didn't know? Because I didn't know that you needed this. Well, I need tampon or pads. Well, you didn't tell me you needed pads. How am I supposed to know to get them? Well, you're supposed to know. Just because I'm a dad doesn't mean I'm a fucking mind reader. Give me a break, guys. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I will probably be making posts about doing these things on like a Tuesday and a Wednesday so I don't interfere with the stash stuff. Once I get into the server room, I will probably end up starting to shoot reaction review videos for those bands. And you never know, we might start sneaking in a radio show on the stash. So if I start doing that, I will let everybody know. Or I'll just do it to see if people are paying attention and tuning in. Still be funny as hell either way. But guys, thanks for tuning in. We will see you again next week. I hope everybody enjoys their weekends and look forward to the big ass post on Facebook about all the upcoming shows. So thanks for tuning in until probably Tuesday, so that I can come up with more ideas for this stuff. Thank you.